Alright, boys, this is how science works now. Alright, this is I guess we can call it a blueprint for how to make scientific, uh, I don't know, I guess you could say scientific advances. And this book clearly has the blueprint, and they decided to call it the hypothetical deductive method. Now this is a fleet schema. That's like, yeah, it's like a blueprint. All right, so we're gonna go through this together because it's actually I read a bit of it. I didn't read the rest because some of it was funny. So yeah, all right, let's do it. So when you do a scientific observation, that's the first thing you do, right? You make an observation. Come on. Oh, there it is. Do an observation. That's what it says there, right? So that's the first thing you want to be doing. Let's see if you can. First thing you want to be doing is an observation. That's how you start off, and that's like the first step to scientific success. And then after you do an observation, the question is you should ask yourself is, can you formulate the hypothesis that can explain your observation? That's a question you should ask yourself. This is how you should do it hypothetically, right? This is how science works now. If no, that is a no. That's no, right? No. Then maybe it wasn't that interesting of an observation, huh? If yes, then can you make a test or an experiment that can potentially falsify your hypothesis? That's the next step. If no, so now you know, then it's not a scientific hypothesis, unfortunately. But if yes, then can the test be done now with today's technology that we have available? If yes, do the test. If no, then sit down and just wait a couple, decades, wait for technology to get better so that you can actually do this test, actually, make the test happen. Or shift or change, I guess I should say, shift your field of study. Okay, but if it can be done with today's technology, then do it. Duh. Yeah, that's the next step. And then, after you've done the test, all right, come on. Was the hypothesis falsified? Was it wrong? Was the hypothesis you made after doing the observation, was it wrong or correct? If the answer is no, it wasn't falsified. Well, I guess I should actually go with yes first, because that's like, yeah. Then if it was falsified, if your hypothesis was wrong, then can you adjust? Okay, the lighting's actually really bad now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Can you adjust or change some of the elements in your hypothesis so that it can, so that it's agreeable with the finds you got from doing your experiment? If yes, go back to this step and make an experiment or a test that can falsify your new hypothesis. If it's a no, okay. If it's a no, make a new hypothesis. All right, back. However, if the hypothesis wasn't falsified, your original hypothesis, then congrats. Come on. But, okay, come on. Hey, screen. Focus. All right. Then congrats. Oh, come on. Focus. There you go. Congrats. But it's only just momentarily, or I guess I should say temporarily, correct. Maybe other scientists can replicate your finds. If they can't, then maybe you can adjust some elements so that these scientists can get the same answers as you did. But if the scientists also are like, hell yeah, then maybe you're onto something. Can you think of other tests or experiments that are also possible to falsify that can add to your hypothesis, that can make it more likely to be correct? If not, then your hypothesis was most likely quite simple and didn't really have much. You couldn't really gain much from your hypothesis. But oh no, oh, okay. If if you can't think of other hypotheses and that can help you out, make your hypothesis more eligible to be correct, then we go. Can the test be done now with today's technology? As in, like, the test, the test that can, that can help make your hypothesis more likely to be correct. Once you've done that enough times, you get this bad boy, and it says here, I think I've begun to have done this quite a lot of times already. Ding, you did it! Congrats! Your hypothesis is quite likely to be correct. Now you can sit down and see if you can develop your hypothesis into an element of a more bigger scientific theory. Focus. Theory. Come on, focus on the theory. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Camera. There we go. Theory. And eventually, can you write? Eventually, you can write a scientific article where you mention that. Hey, it's actually in English. You guys can read this. This subject requires further study. So maybe you can write an article where you mention that, or something like that, and let someone else do the job. Woohoo! Science. This is how science is done nowadays. As a blueprint, a presentation of possible ways a scientific experiment, or something like that, by following the hypothetical-deductive method. This is hardly full. How can I? Now there has to be a better word to translate. This is hardly complete. Yeah, got it. Boom. Hypothetical deductive method. Summarized. Boom. Successful video, man. Alright. Peace. There you go. You did it. You're a scientist. Meow.